Hello, in this tutorial I'll teach you how to work with Advanced Workspace. So let's log in our framework and choose the Advanced Workspace. So in this workspace we have a top bar, a left bar and some right content. The top bar contains the projects and some icons with some short actions. The left bar is our navigator containing the files of our layers. And the right content currently is showing our dashboard, but it changes according with the selections that we do in our top bar or in our navigator. In our top bar currently we have all projects selected, but we could choose one of the projects, and by choosing one of these projects automatically the navigator will filter all the files for that specific project. In the top bar we have some icons here too that allows us to flush the cache, to refresh the content, to change the workspace as a full screen, to see the tools, we'll see this later, to go to this dashboard page that we are currently seeing, or other menus. One of the menus is Show Dark Theme, which will change the theme of our workspace to a more dark theme, as you can see, or to change the navigator to the right side, to this side here. Additionally, we have the logs console, which allows us to see the errors and the logs or the exceptions that we have when we are creating pages. Currently it's empty, otherwise it will have here some information. Additionally, we have always access to the tutorials. So in any page that we have always access to this menu, so we can see the tutorials that help us how to work with the correspondent tool. So we just need to click in the correspondent tutorial and automatically it will open the video explaining that specific tutorial. Our navigator shows us the correspondent layers that we currently have. By default it only shows these three layers, which are the interface layer, the logic layer and the database. If we want to see all our layers, we need to click here and do show advanced items, and automatically it shows us all the other layers, which are in this case the data access layer and the library layer. Additionally, we can see, instead of seeing this in a tabs view, we can see all of these in a vertical layout. The right content contains the dashboard with all our projects. We can select projects or we can create new ones, relate them with an existing database or create a new database. Additionally, we can see the tutorials that help us how to work with our framework. If we select a project by clicking here or going through here, automatically it will change this navigator. As you can see, it's only showing the files for the selected project. It's only showing the pages, templates and web routes. They are other folders. If you want to see them, you need to go here to show advanced items and see all the other ones. And additionally, it shows the home page of that specific project, where we can see the project pages or the project templates. We can add or install new templates or create new pages or folders. Each file has a menu with some actions, and we can see the files through an icon view or through a list view. Additionally, there is an icon at the top bar called Tools that if we click it, we can see that we have a bunch of tools that we can access that allows us how to manage projects, manage layers, manage modules and install modules, manage the users, do some test units for correspondent projects, do deployments for specific projects, install a new program, getting that program from our store and install it in some projects, do some diff of files if we have two files to compare, we can flush the cache and other actions. It's also important to say that the layers, they are defined in here, in this diagram, in here, are exactly the same of the layers that appear in the tabs here. So if we check, we have one presentation layer, which is this presentation layer here that is showing. Then we have one business logic layer, which is currently this one. Then we have in our data access, we have two individual layers, IORN and HORN, which if we show the data access layers, we have these two layers. And then we have one database data, which has just one database driver that we have here, the driver. So basically, by changing this diagram, these tabs, they get updated automatically. Additionally, we have a library here which contains the internal library or some external libraries, and that's it. So thank you very much.